Madness.
You know what this is? This is probably before they.
Show love, I'm gonna make you mine. There's something special about your love. I think it's one of a kind.
Hey, we are on the way to go driving around like what we normally do. We are exploring, catch you in the car. This is on the camera. So we're in the house, but when we are in the car, we do it from Dan's phone. So you'll see us in the car in like now, like right now.
Yo, it is hot. Summer. I don't know what the official start time of summer is, but I don't care what the official start time of summer is. It's already here. It is hot, man. And let me tell you something. When you live in a hot place, whether it's Jamaica, whether it's Florida, wherever it's Texas, Arizona, whatever, you don't care about when the official start is. You don't care when they tell you, oh, it's 89 degrees. You care about what it feels like. And what it feels like is summer is here already. We're at the end of May anyway, so I think we are in the official start of summer, but it's warm. It is definitely warm. Yo, let me tell you something. No matter how many cards I order, as soon as I order them, or electronics, like for example, in our kitchen, right? In our kitchen, we have this thing that I bought originally for us to travel. It's like a power tower. It has these two slots on the top for you to put like your phones and your devices or whatever. And then it has multiple plugs and USBs. No, that particular item, Lisa didn't do the usual, which is like, yo, we don't really need this. She was like, wow, that looks like it's really useful, right? It was so useful that it started being used in the house. So I said, okay, I'll get another one for us to travel. I got that. And then Lisa find next use in the house for it. So we have two of them and we still don't have one to travel with. So then I bought these outlets to travel with. Then one of the outlets then being used in the house. Then cords. So now the iPad, the new iPad, uses the same cord as the Samsung Galaxies, right? The USB-C or whatever, the new one. My cord started getting used for the camera because it's the same one. So then I ordered another one. Then that cord started to be used again. So I now have ordered yet another camera cord.
You mad?
We're going to see. We're going to see if it get used again.
You mad?
You hear how you sound? That's Kellan doing an impression of you.
That's what you saying?
Yo, it's not that this area won't eventually get, more things in it. But the problem with this area is the infrastructure is bad and no one cares about that. So it's like you have to go to a place and figure out where has good infrastructure. Even if it doesn't have all of the stuff yet. If you really look at like Claremont, and I don't mean like traditional like Mineola Claremont, I mean like new Claremont, like 27 Claremont, the part that the
but even Mineola Claremont is, remember they have the Publix, they're that big community.
No, I'm not saying they don't. They have good infrastructure.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is the newer part of Claremont, the part that like the Claremont snob would say is not Claremont, the 27 Claremont
side, yeah.
That still has good infrastructure. They have 27 and then it leads up to 50, and then there are now becoming, especially with like the one that going to go through Sawgrass, there are ways to get over there. So businesses can go on those like main roads and get, there. The problem with a place like this is, and you hear it on the bigger political spectrum of infrastructure, and there's always arguments about infrastructure. If the area that you're looking at doesn't have good infrastructure already, they're not going to build good infrastructure. The chance that they're going to build good
that they're going to retroactively go back and build it,
fix it. Or like if it has bad infrastructure, so it's not that it's not built already. Like where they can build a new road, that, you can maybe look out on. But where there's maybe a road that's too small, that now they're building way too many things.
The contrast is like in South Florida, like Miami is known for this. Like they'll build a road, like, oh, it's a new road, it's a new community, and they're gonna do one way this way, one way that way. And you're like, why don't you just do the 2-3 lanes that you know you're gonna need on each side?
Honestly,
but I think they do it for like financial, like, you know.
I don't think so. I don't think it's finances. I think they're gonna claim the excuse is gonna be its finances. I think so. Then why to reinforce having future projects.
So yeah, it's when I say the finance of it, I'm saying that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying like,
I thought you meant like financial restraints.
I'm saying,
yeah,
Bob Joe build the road, right? Then, oh yeah, we know in 2 years Pedro can make the money. Then we know in 3 years to add the third lane, Jean is gonna make money. Everybody makes money. That's what I'm saying. So it's not like, oh, we don't have the money right now. You got the money, and if you really wanted to, you'd find the money.
It's like gamers, unfortunately, gamer nerds will understand when I say this. It's like the tycoon game, like when you're playing like those like building city, Sin City, and those things. It's like you have to kind of almost not create a problem, but you have to make it so that you have a reoccurring customer. So I don't want to come and build a road that has 4 lanes and 4 lanes and never come back. Is
it a customer, or is it always have like a partner, like a business partner? Because
the business partner actually makes it sound worse, because then if the city is your business partner and you build roads, then you guys are basically saying that you're
in cahoots together.
Yeah, which is true.
Yeah. But so I got some trail mix from, it's not a trail mix, it's like I think they usually call these like bar snacks. It has the sesame seed sticks, peanuts, sunflowers, seeds, and then they have a spicy sesame stick. And I think that's everything that's in there. But it's a nice mix. The carbs were really low. The calories are a little high because of the nuts, obviously. I'm not gonna eat the whole bag in one sitting, but you know, and the pricing was really good. It was on sale. We didn't really get a chance to kind of show you everything that happened at Sam's Club because we got there 7:43 and we didn't realize the store closed at 8 o'clock. So we were walking around and I was like, where is everybody? Like all of a sudden it was just workers and no one was saying anything. You know why I should have known? You don't remember the guy that I was like, I was thinking it, but I don't think I said it to you. When I was doing the spices and the man came and he was like kind of being rude, like he was kind of standing in front of me and I was like,
yeah,
I didn't realize
he stood in front. I think the thing
but he was cleaning up.
So he was like,
but we didn't know the store was closed. Yeah. So I'm there like, okay, I'll wait for him to like move out the way. But I was like, oh, they're so nice. They like, you know, this man comes around and cleans up.
Unfortunately, it was also like a language barrier thing. And in South Florida, they'll be like just dead rude to you.
Yeah.
But here, they're just kind of like, all right, the customer is here. I'm kind of annoyed because I'm trying to face the store back out. In retail, like you face the store means like you clean everything out, you put all the labels back straight, you know, those things don't magically happen in the store.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm really bad at that, but like since meeting Dan, I'm like, you know, he's done retail in different industries of retail and he, you know, he's always like put it back or whatever, and I'm like, eh. But at the end of the night, that's what they were doing. And then this lady was like folding up stuff. Yeah. So I stopped and asked her, I said, you know, like, what time do you close? And she started speaking to me in Spanish because, you know, it was, but I responded back to her in Spanish just saying like, oh my God, it's closed. I didn't know. Like, and she was like, because I thought she was going to say like 9 o'clock, like, because she said son las 8. And I was like, I'm like, that's now. And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh, wow. So, yeah. But we did get to see a bit of the store. I know we wanted to kind of show you like some of the things that we saw, and then when we came home we didn't get a chance to do like a haul on like some of the items we got, but this was on sale. That's kind of what ended up happening with the Sam's Club stuff. And then we have a Target haul that we're kind of we want to show you.
Yeah.
Dan is actually wearing the jeans.
He's very worried about telling you guys that we plan to join the
affiliate the partner program, I think it's called.
Program.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we naturally shop at Target.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do it with anything that I don't really buy. I really don't really rock with the store, but they pay us a lot of money or something like that. First of all,
there are going to be things that we will probably be presented to
doing
as sponsorships that we might not use before, but like I think something that we discussed already is that anything that we are going to get sponsorship or do an ad or anything we're gonna proof it.
Watch.
Yeah, Dan loves Invicta watches. So if he came and was like, oh, there's a new watch brand that, you know, is presented us with something, we're gonna be like, you know, we are like real people, and that's a promise and prayer to ourselves, is that we're gonna stay true to that, especially when it comes to items for Kellan. I'm very particular about the natural products that I put on him, especially because he has eczema. So don't think that we're gonna come and be like, oh well, this is
Plus,
yada
the way
yada
affiliate
yada.
links work is pretty simple. It's just a link. So if we show you something and you're like, yo, oh, they have that quality of this there, I'll go check it out or whatever. You're gonna go buy it anyway. You just use our link. That kind of shows them, hey, we got the idea from these people and they give us credit for it. That's all it is. You're still buying from them. You're not getting, you still directly buy from the company.
It's an easy way to support us, support the family, support the channel.
You're gonna buy from them anyway. Why not support one of your favorite bloggers or whoever you watch, you support?
Same thing with Amazon. We've already been approved for the Amazon Associate Program. I just always forget to put the links of the items that I show you.
Stuff, and like we
are Amazon junkies sometimes. Yeah,
it's not good that we end up returning, and the stuff that's great. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn director's mode so you guys can see this road, because this road is so creepy to me. It's so scary. Okay.
Yeah, so this is Old Tampa Highway, which is a very useful road, runs parallel to 1792 for a bit of the road. There's an eventual part where they kind of go in two different directions. 1792 will carry you past Pleasant Hill. So if you're looking in South Kissimmee and you start seeing Pleasant Hill, it boils back down to the same argument I was saying about infrastructure. The housing and stuff around Pleasant Hill is great. There's some great waterfront property and stuff like that. Excellent down there in Pleasant Hill.
So Pleasant Hill is in Kissimmee.
Yeah.
To those that might not know, like, it is
South Kissimmee. Yeah.
The future of these areas, like, these are probably all going to be developments.
This is going to be bad and not so bad, but I think this might end up replicating the problem that I was talking about with Pleasant Hill. So Pleasant Hill has some excellent properties over there, some new construction, some big houses, some townhouses, a little bit of everything. And there are stores that are local to that area. The problem with Pleasant Hill is it's one way in, one way out, basically. I mean, there is one big loop way around if you're go far enough down into where you get into actual Ponciana. But there's no other side cut across that gets you over to like Ponciana Boulevard, so you could just kind of shoot it the next direction. Also in traffic, you gotta think, like, every road that you're on, there's a possibility there can be an accident. Right? So when that one accident happens, or there's an event or something, you want an option to get home another way.
About that. Yeah, like Broward was like, Crown Pines where we lived was good about that.
Was really
Kendall
good about
was really
area.
Good about that. Like, there were a million ways I can get and cut off and get back on Kendall Drive and stuff like that. But up here, maybe we just don't know.
No,
because the navigation doesn't give you those options. You have to find them.
That have good infrastructure, and that's the problem. You have to kind of look at the infrastructure. The thing with like a place like in the Groveland and over in like Claremont and those areas is, where's the infrastructure? 27 and 50, I'm like within those crosshairs of those. Okay, they don't have a Walmart yet or something.
Yeah.
You might be there for a while, but they will eventually have those things.
A lot of the areas have plans for that.
But bad infrastructure will kill you every time.
If you're looking at a city, if you're like, oh, I found a city or whatever, search for their master plan. Like, Claremont has an amazing master plan. Like, it really makes you feel like, oh, that's where I want to live. And still, I haven't written it out, But there's areas of Claremont that I'm just like,
Are you
yeah.
giving me this whole thing?
Yeah. I love you. I love you.
I was saying yesterday, I think, or whenever, I don't know what order you'll end up seeing this in, but Earl Bronson, that road is a mixed bag, and it gets a little bit more undesirable, I guess, the further east you're gonna head.
Yes.
But you can still kind of live off of Earl Bronson. Like if you're living on one of these roads that shoot off Earl Bronson and still have a really nice neighborhood and still have all of the amenities that Earl Bronson is going to bring, because that's going to have your Aldi's, that's going to have your Walmart, that's going to have your Sam's Club, that's going to give you quick access to get up to Disney, to get to all the other local restaurants, to get to a hospital, to get to all the things that you're gonna want to have in short, like close proximity. But see, like if you live off these roads and like you're in a nice neighborhood, you still have access to everything that you're gonna. There's a Wawa, so there's at least some kind of food. There's.
But this is the thing. Is this Walmart
Aldi's.
full of tourists?
No, it's not like the.
Okay.
These are locals.
Okay.
For the positive and
I
the
don't hate
negative.
tourists, but you understand that certain stores, when they cater to tourists, they're not gonna have some things, So that's why I asked.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't live here. I feel like in Central Florida and hate tourism.
No,
you can't live in Florida really, unless you live in like Sasquatch sightings, like where they shoot those kind of shows, that kind of area.
Yeah.
But you can't live in the like populated areas and hate tourism, but especially in Central Florida. Mm-hmm. But like you're saying, the thing with the tourist stores they're not gonna have a lot of home and garden section and all of that, because they're not gonna sell that.
Supermarkets, well, like there's Walmarts where their frozen food section is huge, because if you're living in an area that's like close to the hotels and stuff, they might have microwaves. So you'll see like, okay, so if you're like, I'm not a big cooker, it works out for me. Or like the prepared meals that you just kind of put in the pot and that's it. You'll find that in some of these areas, some of these supermarkets. But if you want, I want bak chow or some specialty
what I haven't
things.
Really figured out over here. I think you gotta head east on Vine to kind of get more into those like Bravo, Keys, those kind of style stores, because this is getting closer to the parks. So this is where.
Sorry, my allergies are killing me, so you'll see me like rubbing my nose, and then I'm eating peanuts, so that's probably not helping either. So we drove around this last night.
Yeah.
So
it's old though. You can definitely tell this is not new construction, but
it's a nice neighborhood. Sidewalks on the left side, not on the right.
Everybody has a mailbox, so these houses have to be at least older than 20. What is it? Is it 16 or 18?
I think every time we change it, I think you originally said 14, and I think it was 18.
I think it's 18. I think you said 14.
You said 14. I said 18.
No.
Go back and watch. All right, plus black. Prove me right.
I'm telling you.
Prove me right. I said 2018. He
I
said
18.
2014. Plus
you
back
are the
will
one
find
that
out.
said 14. I guarantee you're the one that said 14.
2018.
I'm going to find it too.
Plus back is going to find it for you.
Like I said, Earl Bronson can be, undesirable, I guess. But for me, it's not a turn on. Is it my forever home? Like, I want to live there forever? Maybe not.
Look at the road.
This is dark as hell.
Okay. So does this look scary? I just don't like the,
What,
anything.
bush?
Yeah, like.
What's wrong with bush?
No, like over there. It's like, this is bush now, right?
Yeah.
Who's to say that they won't build a shopping
It's
center
a
yet?
whole yard right here.
That's somebody's house back there.
Yeah.
I thought it was like maybe a business with the thing.
That's
Okay.
just a
So this
mailbox.
is what I was saying. So you hit here, and towards the right is this community. I think it was
small.
gated. Okay, it's not community, but
It's not.
small. Over here is these smaller homes,
With bigger yards.
Four Winds Estates. Yeah. 1 acre lots and stuff
these are
like that.
Big yards. Look, this person is living the American dream. They got the whole white picket fence and everything. But that is a big yard.
Yeah, these are 1 acre lots. So the house that
to
Dan
my uptown
found.
Jamaican people, you're going to be impressed with the size of them yards. These are yards. When Jamaican, when like Americans like, do you guys live in trees? And we're just like, brother, your whole apartment building can like fit on land. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know if anything is really on sale over here. There are no sidewalks, but I think you just don't end up with sidewalks with these big lots.
Yeah.
Like these people are like,
maybe they're just like, don't cut my
every road piece of this land is mine.
Yeah, don't cut into my like property. So, but it looks like
big.
a quieter neighborhood that you wouldn't really be seeing people speeding through. Like if they're speeding through, it's your neighbor speeding through.
It changed though. Like we were just on Earl of Bronson where you're like, oh my god, like, blah blah blah, and then you're over here in like a block worth of space.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this neighborhood is one of those neighborhoods that you're finding people breaking down these smaller homes to build like massive homes.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But hopefully they can keep it how they want to keep it.
That one is pending, and it's 400. Is this one right? 499,000, guys.
I'm not gonna act like I'm surprised.
To kind of looking. Yeah, look how it looks pretty with the lights and so. All right, you saw the house. This is how it looks. And the pictures. Yeah, I wouldn't have seen these homes and thought like, oh, this is gonna be where like these homes are compared to where Erlo is.
So this is like if you're looking for that like forever home or with like I'm gonna stay there for a while, I'm gonna renovate it. This is where you could do that. What did they call that? What do those people call it? Where they live in it and then they flip it.
Oh, what did they?
Buying a property and flipping
live
it. Like
flip or something.
Yeah, live in flip.
Yeah.
This is the kind of area that you can do that in. Not saying that I'm just telling people to come do business in the area, but you run into.
You can grow a family here and renovate it, and make some money off of it. You lived in it, you got to enjoy it. Let's look at the school system.
I think about things that I wanted as a kid. Like you look at that, that's all banana right there.
Yeah.
Right. This
is the school ratings. 222. Central Avenue Elementary is a 2 out of 10. Kissimmee Middle School is a 3 out of 10, and Ponciana High School is a 2 out of 10.
Is it the only schools though?
In Florida, if you're new to the Florida system, I grew up in public schools my whole life, right? So I'm a big supporter of public schools. A lot of people, when they don't like the public school system, they gear towards either the private schools or the charter schools, which are a mix of private public. So it's a public school that gets special funding. Some of these, I think all charter schools are a lottery system. So it's like you apply and you're not necessarily guaranteed a seat. You don't pay dues, but the parents have to do volunteer time. And then if you don't volunteer, then you have to pay for the equivalent of the volunteer time, something like that. If I'm wrong, please comment below and tell me that I'm wrong, and I've got it wrong, but that's how it was explained to me. So there are a lot of charter schools in the last like 15 years in Florida. There's been an uptick of charter schools.
I'm judging because the houses look better maintained than where we were. The only thing I would say over here is the road looks like it needs to like redo, because all the houses look, they still have mailboxes, so they still have to be at least.
That was weird.
2018.
She just wanted that mailbox and then walked across the street. Maybe it's her mailbox and she went to go visit her neighbor. I don't know, but
watch the yard for somebody or something. Yeah, it's just a road actually, cousin.
Yeah, no sidewalks. Again, that's something that I would like. I've come to like grips with
It wouldn't be my first choice to not have the sidewalk.
This is such a weird place for a mailbox, and the house is over here. That's their mailbox.
That's
weird.
Very weird.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but that was weird. The mailbox is on the corner on the left side of the house, and then the front door is facing the road. Like these homes over here, I don't know if you can see this home's like
Look where
that
this
way.
mailbox is and the house is here, so.
That's weird. Cause whose mailbox is this one? The pink one?
That's them home. This is this house.
That's the pink house. This one is for the next house.
That's very strange.
That's strange.
I think I should have turned right there. The mailbox thing over here is a little wonky though. Like, where are those people mailbox? I don't even see their mailbox at all.
Oh my gosh.
What?
They have to cross the street to get their mailbox.
Is that what it is?
Yes. 738, 737.
Oh, that's why these are
That's
so
why the
close
woman crossed the
She's
street.
checking her own
She's
mail
checking
out.
her own mail across the street. That makes sense? Madness. Madness.
You know
Stop
what
it.
this is? This is probably before they got to the point where they just put them in the boxes.
Look at these three right
This is
here.
just the convenience of
One person coming and just
the mail for the mail person. But that's crazy. I think at that point, just give me the one mailbox.
Yeah.
Because then you're
'Cause
only
look at that.
inconveniencing. Yeah, that's for the mail people.
That's strange.
Yo, shout out to my post people, but man, there has to be a better thing than that.
That's strange. These people coming over here. I never even noticed that them don't have mailbox in front of them house.
Yeah, the ones in the like island,
Yeah.
where them don't have.
That is so. That's different. Don't drive too fast. Why you driving fast? When somebody walking back here in this.
I'm not driving really that fast. I'm doing 40.
Feel fast. Bless you. Salud. Hey guys, as you guys know, when we do our drive arounds, we always like to stop at a park. And they're usually neighborhood parks, so we can definitely get kicked out. But we find a neighborhood park in whatever area we're in, so Kellan can have a little downtime, because being locked up in a car when you are 2 years old and driving around being bored out of your mind can be a bit much. So we are at I think it's Turnberry Reserve is the name of the community. We actually went to go look at a house in here, and it was beautiful. It's actually a house that right next door, we looked at the house next door to rent. So it's interesting that we kind of ended up coming back to this community to look at a potential home. It is close to the airport. The airport, I believe, is north of where we are right now. So you'll see a lot of airplanes, and you know Kellan loves airplanes. The pool, swings, slides, monkey bars, and then we're parked over there. So it's a small little play area, but then further into the community there's actually more little playgrounds, like small little playgrounds, probably a little smaller than the size of this one. To get into the pool and into the tennis courts and stuff like that, and the basketball courts, you need it has a keypad. So I was like, oh, that's nice too. Yeah.
And that's when you're gonna stop. Wee.
So swinging and vlogging. Let's see if this is possible. I think that one, because that one turned. Yes! Yay! Yay! Again? Okay, again.
You control it. Ready?
That's how you want to go down? Let him go down. Let him go. Let him do it. Let him do it. Yay! Woohoo! Daddy can't save you.
Kellan approves of the playground. One thing I would say that I say, if I'm nitpicking, is I don't know why they didn't just continue the fencing around the playground area. It just kind of feels like your kid is gonna be attracted to the cars. This is what Kellan is, of course, focused on.
You go.
Watch how careful this kid is about doing this. Yeah.
He said "we" before he went down. Again? Or you're good?
We is for approval, apparently. It's not for the ride. It's before and after. Yeah, it's funny that we ended up over here. I think one thing that I would say is everything happens for a reason. I think I can appreciate this area a little better. I'm not sure if we said this on camera earlier. Like Lisa was talking about like other cultures and their come up stories. Like everybody has like a term for like when they will like move to the US or move to whatever is your foreign UK, whatever it is, somewhere, and all live together, and then from there use that as like a launching point to go buy your own property to but like we Jamaicans don't have a term for it. And I was saying, like, you know, we're too full of pride and too we're too focused on self to have that. And also is also an issue of like, I think we've also been beat into like not having the belief that this is just a stepping stone. So wherever we rest our head next, we'll always think about it. And I do it right now, so I can only imagine, like, you know, people with less like vision or less like optimistic about the future. You're always looking at that current place as like possibly your resting place, permanent resting place. You're not thinking of building and moving on from there. So what you end up doing is you end up overshooting, you know, like, oh, I can't buy this car, I'm not going to buy a smaller car, I'm going to lease the car that I really want because I can't afford it. Not knocking any of those practices. I know the financial advantages of building credit with those things, but we could have been also a victim to that mindset as well, because if we had ended up renting here initially, I think some of the places that we're looking at now and saying, okay, we'll consider, we wouldn't even bother considering, and we'd make the house hunt that much harder, because we have to ultimately think that it's possible, you know, with your support, but the next move realistically might be a starter home, a starting point. Not ideal, perfect, but, you know, good enough to start out raising our family in. And that's all we really need right now, you know. Not saying that these areas are not great and that if we could get approved for something like this, but if we were renting here, it might have clouded our judgment to other areas. So I'm kind of glad everything happens for a reason. Kellan is really focused on all the planes. It looks like airport is somewhere over there, so you see a lot of planes flying overhead, which he would love. But yeah, everything happens for a reason. We're learning, driving, we're learning about areas that are south from here. I know when we end up where we end up, it will be with a purpose, and it will be the next learning. As long as we're learning something, as long as we're happy, we're safe, and we can provide for our next launching point, that's all that really counts, you know. Like, but like I said, it could have ended up being a distraction from that cornerstone of your progression. Anyway, I think we're gonna try to get everybody back into the car, head back home. This doesn't look like it's a great idea, but hey, sometimes I gotta learn. So this is Kellan on the regular swing, which he don't trust the swing, so let's hope that he does not fall at all out of this swing. No, Baba, you have to hold on.
He's holding.
Because if he fall out of this swing, it will be until his teenage years before we get him back in a swing. Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. High five, Daddy. High five, Daddy. He's too. He's like, no, let me get safely on the floor. Why are you sitting down, boy?
Come.
Come, Baba, let's go.
Up. Yeah.
Up, yeah. Anyway, see you guys.
I think it's one of a kind. There's something special about your love. I want it all.